What's going on, guys? What? All right, look, first off, look, got to give credit to that team. They did a good job down the stretch, obviously more than we did to win the game. Look, I saw a lot of improvement from our team in the last 4 days getting ready for this game. I'm proud of the way they responded off the last game, but there's a lot of things to build on going forward. But obviously in a game like this, you can see in the margin of error with the score, it's a tight game. You know, there's a lot of little things that add up over time. We got to keep cleaning some things up as a team, keep moving forward, keep building on the positives, eliminate the negatives, and put us on course to be where we're going to be as a team. That being said, I'll look up to any questions you have.
Joe, you're often preaching about discipline and not making mistakes in key moments, and you had a player line up off sides on a field goal that would have ended the game. I mean, how do you explain that, I guess?
Well, we have to address it and just make sure that we keep putting players in position to prepare them properly and make sure we can work it and execute it the right way when it comes up right there. Obviously, something we don't want to have, something that's not acceptable. But, look, we're not going to turn around and put this game on any one player or one play. There's enough things we can clean up as a team. We can play better going forward, so we're not going to go ahead and isolate one incident and say that's the difference in the game right there. So we got to make sure we do a lot of things better for 60 minutes.
After the interception by Bradbury,
yep.
Were you guys intentionally conservative on offense on that?
Well, there was a point right there. I want to make them use their timeouts, put them in a 2-minute drive situation right there. Third down, we had an opportunity for a completion right there to extend it over the middle right there. I thought it was a good shot. And, you know, look, you got to stand up. You got to make the 2-minute drive on either side of the ball you got right there. So coming out 2 minutes, what we prepare for, what we practice for. So got to execute better, obviously, in that situation. They're a good team. You know, you got to give credit to those guys on the other side. They executed when they had to.
Joe, you mentioned it wasn't just the one play. Obviously, your defense collapsed twice down the stretch there to allow scores late. So what do you make of how that group performed late in the game?
Well, let me look at tape before I make a full assessment of anything right there. I'm not going to make any blanket statements right now that's going to go ahead and throw anything on any phase of the ball right now. I see a lot of positive things going forward. You know, there's some things we got to improve on and go forward, but I see a lot of encouraging things. That being said, there's a lot that we got to correct off and take a step forward going fast.
Joe, the TV cameras showed Kenny Golladay apparently screaming at Daniel Jones on the sideline. I'm curious if you know what that was about and if you expect it to spill over.
I just saw you guys hugging in the locker room a second ago. That's the first I've heard of it, so I'm not, yeah.
Joe, there are losses and there are gut punches. Are you worried about how your team might respond to a loss like this?
No, we got a resilient team. We got a mentally tough team. We got a team that sticks together. We got a group of men who look each other in the eye and tell them the truth. You know, we're very big on telling our players the truth. We're very big on having the players be honest with each other, with us as coaches. You know, that's what separates a lot of teams right there in terms of can you overcome some adversity. You know, we talk a lot about that as a team. You know, the honesty is really what's on tape. We're going to be able to see a lot of things we did good. I mean, things we're going to have to see on there that are not good, that we got to correct, we got to clean up. The important thing this time of year and all times of year, but as we keep improving going forward. We're a better team today than we were 4 days ago. Now, was it good enough? No, it wasn't. So do we have to improve a lot? Absolutely. We got to coach better. Also, to execute better down the situations, down the game. All right, but in terms of, you know, our locker room, I got faith in the men in that locker room. I got faith in the coaching staff keeping these guys moving in the right direction. Our improvement as a team never changes, or our focus as a team never changes, and that's on improvement.
How hard is that? You put on situational football. How disappointing is it that you guys didn't execute in a bunch of situations late in the game where you could have?
Well, that's kind of part of it, too. We prepare for it. We got to make sure we do a better job preparing for it so we can execute going forward down the stretch. So it's obviously we're going to keep on emphasizing. I mean, situational football is a huge part of how you have success in this league. It's not about just calling battleship-type plays and throwing things out there. So we got to make sure we put in position, we capitalize on the plays.
What do you say to Dexter about that play in particular?
Same thing I'd say to any player on any penalty. You know, pre-snap focus, post-snap technique. You know, discipline how we handle things. You know, the biggest thing for him is it's going to be a tough lesson. It's a lesson you got to learn. A lesson we all have to learn, you know, as a team, that we don't repeat the mistakes one by one. We've got to see that, make sure we clean it up. These are obviously things we've talked about, coached, but obviously we have to do a better job, you know, in the future going forward. But look, I'm not going to put this on Dex, and I don't want anyone to put this on Dex. Okay, Dex is a good player. He's a strong piece of our locker room. He's a good teammate. He's fun to coach. He's productive for us as a player. I'm not going to put this on Dexter Lawrence, okay? There's things we all have to do better as professionals, all right, but I'm not going to put this on any one player or one situation.
I knew you won't, but the game was over. You would have won the game if he didn't go offside. He's going to, you know, have a lot of people asking about what happened on that play and everything. And you do grasp that, right? I mean, that part of it. That
Jordan, I got you.
He's going to be under heavy pressure because he made a mistake that ultimately decided the game at the end.
And I'd say in terms of that pressure, guys, we all get paid pretty well. Pressure's part of the job, right? I mean, my son's playing high school football right now. He didn't quite have that pressure because he's out there playing for fun. Every coach and every player, we're paid very well at this level. It's the ultimate level of competition. It's the ultimate team sport. There's pressure for all of us. We can handle that. we prepare to handle that. We talk a lot throughout our team building, our leadership building, that when things like this happen, we respond the right way as a team. So in terms of the pressure he'll be under, that's nothing that we don't prepare for already.
Get a chance to talk to Nick.
You know, I talked to him on the field, obviously. I haven't talked to him since he left. You know, I don't know the final diagnosis. I know it didn't look good. You know, I think the team, you know, had a little bit of gut punch seeing a guy like that as a strong leader. I thought they rallied and responded the right way for him. Look, I can't say enough about Nick in terms of what he does for the team, you know, and how he works, the energy and spirit and competitiveness he brings on a daily basis. He's an all-in team guy, okay? He's a very selfless player. He's been a great leader for this team. You know, he's a guy that had to learn center last year. He jumped in with no prior experience, did everything he could as a center, came out, started center last week. We felt it was the best move right now with our offensive line makeup to see if he could play the left guard for us. Went out there, didn't once blink. Whatever's best for the team, coach, that's what I'm going to do. You know, went out there, played. He had an unfortunate injury. You know, injuries are part of the game, but it's a part of the game you'd like not to have, to be honest with you. You don't want any player on either team to get hurt. So in terms of Nick, obviously, you know, our thoughts and prayers are with him. I can't give you any final diagnosis at this point. Look, I'm going
to be able to come back with him.
He's staying here, right? Yeah.
From what I understand, he's going to stay behind. I don't know if that's 100% right now, but what I understood from what I was told initially on the sideline, that was the plan right there. So we'll see where he's at in terms of everything. Look, we're going to obviously, you know, pray and hope for the best. And then, you know, I know we'll give him the best medical treatment possible.
Joe, what happened on the touchdown right before halftime? You guys called a timeout. You came out. It just seemed like you weren't lined up right. They had a huge advantage on that side. They ran the ball, too.
Tell him the one I called the timeout on?
You called a timeout. You came back out, and they ran it in.
Yeah, I mean, I got to watch the tape and give you, you know, an exact answer. Obviously, we weren't in the right place with the right fit. We got to make sure we get that right. In terms of timeout, that was just, you know, the situation to make sure we can go ahead and get a look right there.
Joe, I think some of your fans will look at this and say, all things.
All right, Daniel Jones had been undefeated against Washington. Can't say that anymore. Still, you can see that he has played well or won in every game. Just look at the touchdown to turnover ratio and the fumbles lost. He'd like to petition to play him every week. If they're going to play games this exciting, we agree. The highlight, how it went down, the ultimate game of inches, that's straight ahead.
Want a sports network that delivers everything that matters about the game? The highlights, the picks, the instant analysis. No yelling, no fake debates, no politics. Hit the subscribe button and never miss a moment.